देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देश तारिणे। गुण तणो तुझ पार के ने नहीं आवे, गुण तणो तुझ पार के ने नहीं आवे। नेति वेद पुकारे, नेति वेद पुकारे, पुनीत गुण गावे। ओम जय कान्हा काला, गाइए। जय कान्हा काला प्रभु नटवर नंद लाला। मीठी मोरली वाला, मीठी मोरली वाला, गोपीना प्यारा। ओम जय कान्हा काला। कामण गारा कान कामण कई कीधा, हे वाला कामण कई कीधा। हे माखण चोरी मोहन, माखण चोरी मोहन, चित चोरी लीला। ओम जय कान्हा काला, जय कान्हा काला प्रभु नटवर नंद लाला। हे मीठी मोरली वाला, मीठी मोरली वाला, गोपीना प्यारा। ओम जय कान्हा काला। नंद यशोदा घेर वैकुंठयूं तारी, नंद यशोदा घेर वैकुंठयूं तारी। हे कालिय मर्दन कीधा, कालिय मर्दन कीधा, गायो ने चारी। ओम जय कान्हा काला, ओम जय कान्हा काला, ओम जय कान्हा काला। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री जन्माष्टमी महामहोत्सव की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्णा। वैसे भारत में कल है
Hare Krishna. Although it is tomorrow for Bharatvarsha or India, but in Canada and the States, Janmashtami is being celebrated today. So many best wishes and congratulations on this fantastic day by Sri LalGovind and Prabhuji. And today for the Vaishnavas, it is the most pious day, as throughout the year we celebrate the birthday of the people and sometimes our own as well. But today is the appearance day of the one who is never born, who is eternal. So it is the appearance day, manifestation day of Lord Shri Krishna. And we are very, very fortunate that since last 9 days, constantly, we are listening to the glories of the childhood pastimes of the Lord revolving his manifestation. So during the Janmashtami festivity, there are so many things that are done. But the pastime is considered to be the life air of this celebration. So we all are listening to the pastimes of the childhood pastime of the Lord in great detail since last so many days. So today we went to Mangla Aarti today. Pran Govind Prabhuji spoke a beautiful point. He said, we should not complicate Janmashtami much, but we should try to keep ourselves busy. So what shall we do in Janmashtami? So during Janmashtami, we should keep ourselves busy with Aarti, Abhishek, etc. We should attach ourselves to all the work involved in serving the Lord and try to keep ourselves as much busy as we can. I like this point very much. So now, let's listen to the pastimes of Krishna's appearance day. And this is like the great opportunity we got. Because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has said that Arjuna, my actions and birth are transcendental, divine. In the opening, Krishna tells that my birth and appearance is divine, transcendental. It's not ordinary like people of this material world. So when we are born, that time the mother goes repeatedly to the doctor to see if everything is going fine. And then there are so many ceremonies that are performed. But the birth of the Lord is transcendental, divine. So although he is in the womb and these 33 crores of demigods are venerating the Lord, as we heard yesterday, and we will continue to listen the same. When we were born, then forget about the demigod or humans, not even a dog venerated. We think that we are a great personality, but when we listen about the glories of the Lord, then we realize that there is only one person who is greatest, and that is none other than Lord Shri Krishna. So Krishna said that my birth is transcendental, and if someone wants to or tries to understand me, so if we listen to the pastimes of the Lord, then only we will be able to listen or understand a little. Otherwise, usually the katha that is done in a weekly Bhagavatam, so they don't even speak more than 11 minutes for the appearance of the Lord. But we are extremely fortunate by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas that we are trying to understand this Krishna Tattva or element, essence of Krishna. So Krishna says that if someone understands this essence, then that person not only leaves this body, but he will not even have to take birth again. So he will be relieved of the repeated cycle of birth and death. Then Arjuna says that where will he reside? And he says, Mam iti. After leaving this body, he will attain me, or he will come to my eternal abode. Therefore, it's the appearance day of Lord Shri Krishna, and listening the pastimes of Krishna appearance is very, very rare. So it is said that it is really, really secretive about the essence of Krishna, and not forget about all the living entities, but even the just humans, if someone listens to the pastimes of the Lord or the pastime relating to the birth of the Lord, then they get relieved of all kinds of distress, misery, obstacles, and hurdles. Although devotee doesn't have much distress or anxiety, he's just anxious that we are not able to get Krishna Prem or unalloyed devotional service without any ulterior selfish motivation. So let's move to the prison house of Kansa. So in the prison house of Kansa, all the demigods have gathered, and Brahma and Lord Shiva are primary in these. And they are standing in this prison house. So if you go to Mathura, there is a cave and there is a room you can visit, and it's still there. It is a small room, and there are all the pictures, images of all the demigods where they have done this Garbhastha Stuti or venerating the Lord in the womb of Mother Devaki. So let's have a look on the verses spoken by the demigods, because this time, that is when the Lord is about to appear, we should perform veneration that is glorious. So demigods recite,
दाक्ष विमुक्तिमानिना त्वय्य सद्भावा दविशुद्ध बुद्धय आरुह्य कृच्छेण परम पदम तत पतन्त्यधो नादृतयुष्मदङ्ग्रयः। येन येन अरविंदाक्ष विमुक्तमानिनः। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा। So Brahma, Shiva, Adi Devta.
So Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all the other demigods, while venerating the Lord, request the Lord that, oh Lord, oh Supreme Personality of Godhead, the path towards your devotional service is the best. And ye anya, so they tell the Lord that ye anya, that accept this devotional service, who all are wasting their time, or all the people who are not performing devotional service, those people, Brahmaji tells, "Oh Kamalalochana, oh Kamalanayana, oh the lotus-eyed Lord Shri Krishna, those who don't perform devotional service towards you, and why don't they do the same? Vimuktamanina, because they think that they are independent of you. So other people don't venerate you because they already think that they are the great personality and they are independent. And they think that they are independent because Tvai asadbhavat, because they lack faith in you. They don't have love towards you, attraction towards you. So all these other people think that they are independent, and because of that they are not attached to you, because their intelligence mind is not pure, or is it conditioned? So if we go in reverse, or Vishuddha Buddhaya, so because their mind is not in the right place, or they're unable to judge, therefore they have non-attachment, or they are opposed to you. They think that they are independent of you, and because of that these others don't perform devotional service, but they do something else. So without your devotional service, all meditation, austerity, homa, etc., all these other pious activities, even if they attain the heavenly planets, so even if they sit on the heavenly planets, but yet they will fall down from there. Patyante means fall down. So they are about sure to get fall down. And the reason being because they have rejected your devotional service. So by rejecting Lord Shri Krishna, or by dishonoring him, leaving him, if someone tries to progress through rules and regulations, even if you attain a certain point, then also it will be futile as you will fall down. Have you ever played snakes and ladder? So there was a time when we used to play on the cardboard. So depending on the rolling of the dice, we used to move. So on 99, there is this longest snake. And as you reach 99, you will come down to the lowest point. So by rejecting Krishna and accepting all these other paths is like reaching that 99 and coming down to zero again. So by this you can understand that except performing devotional service, if we do perform something else, or the people who perform such other activities, they are not yet purified, and therefore they think that they're independent, and even if they attain heavenly planets or high position, yet they are bound to fall down. There is a great possibility that they are going to fall down. But, oh Krishna, if someone performs your devotional service, then even if he runs with closed eyes, he will never fall down. So this is what the demigods are reciting, that no matter how hard a person works, and even if they reach heavenly planets yet, they are going to fall down. But by the path of your devotional service, even if he runs with closed eyes still, he will not fall down, nor he will be disturbed, and he will reach or attain you in a time-bound fashion. And even your devotees get obstacles, distress, hurdles, grief. But O Krishna, as you have the utmost mercy on your devotees, that is what is being described by demigods in this verse in front of your screen.
तावका क्वचिन् भ्रश्यन्ति मार्गा त्वयि बद्धसोरिदा त्वयाभिगुप्ता विचरन्ति निर्भया विनायकानि कपमूर्धसु प्रभो। और तथा हे कृष्ण, हे माधव, और उससे
therefore, O Krishna, O Madhav, so in the previous verse they have spoken about the people who don't perform devotional service. So now they are telling about the people who perform devotional service like all of you. So it is being said in reference to all of you that, O Madhava, Tavaka, that is who consider them to be yours, as the gopis address Tavaka, that we already belong to you. So all those who have completely surrendered themselves to Lord Sri Krishna, such Tavaka or such devotees, na prashanti marga. So they will never fall down, or they will never change their path. No matter how much you perform austerity, fire sacrifice, or meditation, they're bound to fall down. But those who consider themselves to be completely surrendered to Krishna or who perform devotional service, they will never fall down. Sometimes it is seen, so here it is said, Prashyanti marga tvayi. So they are not going to fall down. So if I ask you a question that, do the devotees of the Lord doesn't fall down? In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, my devotee never falls down. So do the devotee don't fall down ever? So you let me know. Although he says that in Bhagavad Gita that the devotees never fall down, even Bhagavatam and even demigods are saying this, that the devotee never falls. If it doesn't happen, then I have a question. So wasn't Chitraketu a devotee of the Lord? He had performed devotional service towards the Lord, and after his death, he turned from a king to what? He became a demon Vitrasura. Rajarishi Bharat was a devotee of the Lord or not? So this saintly king Bharat, what did he become? He turned into a deer. King Indradyumna, wasn't he a devotee of the Lord? But even after that, he turned into an elephant. So, if the devotees are going to turn into elephant, horse, or deer, then what is the use of devotional service? So we can see with our own eyes that the devotees are falling down, while the demigods have said that those who consider themselves to be yours, or those who perform your devotional service, who are completely surrendered to you, they will never fall down. But Chitraketu transformed into a demon. Indradyuman turned into an elephant, and Bharatji turned into a deer. Then, if devotees are bound to be a demon, elephant, etc., then what is the use? The solution is that it is possible that the body of a devotee may fall down. So, it is said in what sense that their body may fall down, but their devotional service will not falter. So they might have fallen on the bodily platform, but spiritually or on the path of devotion, they will never fall or they will never falter. So, although Chitraketu turned into a demon, but the devotional service that he had in the body of the king, afterwards, when he transformed into Vritrasur, he still had or had increased devotional service towards the Lord. Similarly, Indradyuman got many folds the devotional service that he lacked in this body of Indradyuman while he was in the body of the elephant Gajendra. And the saintly king Bharat fall down on the bodily platform, but the devotional service that he had transformed many folds. So the conclusion is that the demigods are venerating the Lord, that the bodily fall down of devotee is possible, but not spiritual fall down. So he says that even if a devotee faces a distress or obstacle, but still they are protected by you and they are secure by you, and you protect them in such a manner that that devotee tramples on all these obstacles, hurdles. For example, Dhruv Maharaj during the time of his death trampled on the death personified and went to the eternal abode of the Lord, that is Vaikuntha. So the demigods are venerating the Lord beautifully. I think there is some system error. So while you share some information, I will join back.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. There is some technical error. We'll get sorted out in a while. हम लोग उसके पूर्व सब लोग वैसे अभी जस्ट ज्वाइन ही हुए हैं, तो बहुत सुंदर आज वहाँ पर अमेरिका में आज कृष्ण जन्म की तैयारियां चल रही, क्योंकि भगवान अपीयर होने वाले हैं आज रात को 12 बजे वहाँ पर, और बहुत ही सुंदर प्रभु जी के मुखारविंद से कथा श्रवण कर रहे हैं कृष्ण जन्म की, और बहुत सुंदर अलग अलग श्लोकों में कल हमने स्तुति श्रवण की, और आज प्रभु जी ने बहुत सुंदर बात बताई कि जो सबसे श्रेष्ठ कृष्ण जन्म के दिन करने लायक कार्य है वो है कृष्ण कथा सुनना। एक बार श्रील प्रभुपाद जब अमेरिका में आए तो उनके जो शिष्यगण डिसाइपलगण थे, पहली जन्माष्टमी थी और उनको भी पता नहीं था किस प्रकार से जन्माष्टमी मनाना चाहिए। श्रील प्रभुपाद ने पूरा दिन वहां पर कृष्ण जन्म बुक यानी जो दसम स्कंद का वो जो कैंटो है, बाल्य लीला, भगवान की लीला, वो पूरा दिन उपवास किया, कीर्तन किया और पूरे दिन इस श्रीमद् भागवतम को पढ़ा और भक्तों के संग में इस कथाओं को चर्चा की। बहुत सुंदर। कृष्ण महाराज श्री बता रहे थे, उनकी भी बहुत सुंदर कथा कृष्ण जन्म की कथा में, कि कृष्ण जन्म वैसे ही जैसे किस प्रकार वसुदेव के हृदय में आए, मन में आए, वैसे ही हमारे मन में भी उनका उदय हो सकता है। तो महाराज जी बता रहे थे कि कृष्ण जन्म हम भी अगर चाहते हैं कि हमारे मन में कैसे हो उनके जीवन, उनका उदय, तो एकमात्र मार्ग है कृष्ण कथा सुनना। और कि कृष्ण कथा हृदय मतलब जो भी इस प्रकार भाव और प्रेम के साथ में श्रवण करता है, निश्चित भगवान उनके हृदय में भी प्रविष्ट करते हैं। बहुत सुंदर महाराज जी के ये वचन और आश्वासन देते हैं हम सबको कि जो यहाँ पर कथा श्रवण कर रहे हैं, तो ये व्यर्थ हमारी एफर्ट नहीं है। निश्चित इससे हमारी उन्नति होती है और धीरे धीरे जैसे हृदय के सारे कलमश मिटने लगते हैं ना, प्रविश्य कर्ण रंध्रे न, जैसे कान में प्रविष्ट होती है, तो हमारा जो विदुनोति स्वच्युतम, हृदय में जो कलमश होते हैं धीरे धीरे मिटने लगते हैं। और जैसे ही वे संपूर्ण प्रकार से मिट जाते हैं, वैसे ही तुरंत भगवान अपने आप को प्रकाशित करते हैं और भक्त उसकी अनुभूति कर सकता है। तो बहुत सुंदर। हम यहाँ पर पिछले 9 दिन 10 दिन से हम कृष्ण कथा रूपी अमृत का पान कर रहे हैं और भगवान की बाल्य लीला, मतलब भगवान की जो जन्म की कथा को विशेष श्रवण कर रहे हैं। तो हम हृदय से धन्यवाद करते हैं, आभारी हैं प्रभु जी का कि वे बहुत सुंदर प्रयास कर रहे हैं हम सबको इस कृष्ण कथा रूपी अमृत पिलाने के लिए। और बड़े ही प्रयत्नशील है प्रभु जी कि कैसे ये जो कृष्ण कथा है मैं अधिक से अधिक भक्तों को श्रवण कराएं, जिससे कि वे उनको भगवत कथा के प्रति प्रेम हो और भगवान के प्रति भी उनका अनुराग हो। तो ये सुंदर कथा हम श्रवण कर रहे हैं। और आज अमेरिका में कृष्ण जन्म महोत्सव होगा, क्योंकि आज वहाँ पर जन्माष्टमी है और भारत में कल है। तो वैसे भक्तों के लिए एक बहुत सुंदर अवसर है कि भगवान की ये जो जन्मदिन है 2 बार हुई है ना। उनके लिए कष्ट हो सकता है जिनको निर्जला करना हो शायद शारीरिक, क्योंकि परंतु कृष्ण कथा यदि कोई व्यक्ति श्रवण करता है, तो जैसे सुखदेव गोस्वामी परीक्षित महाराज को कथा श्रवण करा रहे थे, यदि कृष्ण कथा में आपका मन लग गया तो न बाध्यते, आपको जो भूख प्यास है वो बाध्य नहीं करती है। तो एक अवसर है कि भक्त 2 दिन इसको सेलिब्रेट करें और हम सब के लिए भी बहुत सुंदर अवसर है कि हम भी भगवान के ये जो दिव्य अभिषेक है उनके दर्शन अलग अलग स्थान पर 2 बार कर सकते हैं। तो बड़ा ही पावन दिन है। और विशेष प्रभु जी बताते हैं प्राय कि जब जन्माष्टमी आती है तो हम भी देखते हैं कि जब कोई साधारण व्यक्ति का जन्मदिन आता है तो कितना प्रसन्न होता है। तो यहाँ पर साक्षात अखिल ब्रह्मांड के नायक भगवान, जो कि स्वयं अपनी कथा श्रवण करने को पसंद है उनको। जैसे हमने देखा भगवान द्वारका में माता सुभद्रा और बलराम जी के साथ में कैसे उनकी कथा सुनने के लिए लालायित या उत्सुक रहते थे। तो बहुत सुंदर भगवान की कथा हम श्रवण कर रहे हैं और ये बहुत सुंदर अवसर है, क्योंकि आज भगवान सबसे अधिक प्रसन्न होते हैं और उस दिन वह देखते हैं कि कौन सबसे अच्छा श्रेष्ठ भेंट मेरे लिए लाया है। तो भेंट में वस्तु नहीं भगवान कामना करते हैं, उस भेंट में भगवान कामना करते हैं कि वे व्यक्ति कितना उनकी शरणागति आज के दिन उन्होंने दिखाई। हालांकि भगवान कहते हैं कि जो भक्ति मार्ग में या इस प्रकार थोड़ी सी भी प्रगति करता है, भगवान उसकी रक्षा करते हैं, है ना। भगवान उनको भी अप्रिशिएट करते हैं। लिटिल एफर्ट अगर हम करते हैं तो उसको भी भगवान अप्रिशिएट करते हैं। तो बहुत सुंदर ये दिन है जन्माष्टमी का। हमें प्रयास करना चाहिए कि हम कैसे जीवन का ये जो एक ऐसा दिन है उसको इतना यादगार बनाएं कि हम अधिक से अधिक भगवान का भजन करें या फिर भगवत भक्तों के समीप रहें, भगवत कथा सुने, भगवत नाम जप करें। देयर आर वेराइटीज इन कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस। हम देखते हैं कि बहुत सारी हमारे रुचि अनुसार हम कथा हमारी रुचि अनुसार हम सेवा में जुड़ सकते हैं, हमारी रुचि अनुसार हम कार्य इसमें कर सकते हैं और हम देखेंगे कि हम उसमें उन्नति करते हुए अपने आप को पाएंगे। तो बहुत सुंदर यह कृष्ण कथा, और विशेष हम देखते हैं कि ये जो कृष्ण कथा है उसके माध्यम से हमारी जो भक्ति का वर्धन विशेष होता है, क्योंकि कृष्ण कथा ही एकमात्र ऐसा साधन है जिसमें भगवान के ऐसे दिव्य गुणों को श्रवण करने मिलता है, जिसके जिससे कि हमारा हरि नाम में भी रुचि बढ़ती है, कीर्तन में भी रुचि बढ़ती है, सेवा में भी रुचि बढ़ती है। तो बहुत सुंदर हम कृष्ण कथा श्रवण कर रहे हैं पिछले 9 दिन से, आज 10वां दिन है, कल इस कथा का अंतिम दिन है। और इसके पश्चात बहुत सुंदर हमने कार्यक्रम रखा है, एक विशेष कार्यक्रम रखा है आने वाली 12 तारीख को, जिसमें हम एक स्पेशल गेस्ट अपीयरेंस श्रीमान लाल गोविंद प्रभु जी का रहेगा, और पुनः हम प्रभु जी के मुखारविंद से एक कथा श्रवण करेंगे। और उसके बाद जो भक्त ने हम लोग यहाँ पर सुंदर सहयोग किया है कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी के लिए, या फिर जो बहुत सुंदर सहयोग किया है भक्तों ने, उनका दर्शन करेंगे। उन वैष्णव के नामों को हम यहाँ पर उनको विशेष धन्यवाद करेंगे, उन समस्त वैष्णवों को जिन्होंने भी इस अभिषेक सेवा या फिर जो भी वैष्णव प्रसाद सेवा, गौ सेवा, इसमें सहयोग किया है, तो उनका विशेष धन्यवाद करना है उस दिन 12 तारीख को। इसलिए आपको पुनः हम पहले से ही इसको अवगत करा दें, ताकि आप ये ना समझे कि प्रभु जी अभी 1 हफ्ता 10 दिन नहीं है तो हम चलो कहीं और घूम के आते हैं है ना। तो कृष्ण कथा है, और आप सबके लिए मतलब विशेष एक सुंदर कार्यक्रम के आयोजन किया है, इसलिए निवेदन है आप 12 तारीख को भी अवश्य जुड़िएगा। उसके पूर्व पुनः आप सबको अवगत करा दूं कि श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी हम यहाँ भारत में कल सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, और कल सेलिब्रेट करने के कारण हम सबको यह अवसर मिला है कि यदि अभी तक हमने इस कार्य में जुड़े नहीं है या फिर जुड़ना चाहते हैं, तो एक और अवसर अभी भी हमारे पास है, क्योंकि अभी भी समय है हमारे पास जिसमें कि हम यह कृष्ण कथा श्रवण कर सके। और ये सुंदर कार्य जो कि हम देख रहे हैं, कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी जो कि कल भारत में है, तो उसमें बहुत सुंदर हम लोग हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण, क्षमा कीजिएगा थोड़ा व्यवधान के लिए, बिकॉज ऑफ थोड़ा डिस्टर्बेंस के कारण। यस, सो आई वाज टेलिंग कि कल जन्माष्टमी है भारत में, और प्राय अधिकतर भक्त हमारे साथ में भारत से जुड़े हुए हैं। तो उन सभी वैष्णव से निवेदन है, तथा उन वैष्णव से भी निवेदन है जो कि अभी भी अपने घर के अंदर है या आसपास के मंदिर में भगवान के दर्शन करने नहीं गए हैं, क्योंकि कल यह जन्माष्टमी उत्सव हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर भारत में। तो यदि हमारे साथ में जुड़ना चाहते हैं इस जन्माष्टमी में, विशेष हम यहाँ पर भगवान श्री कृष्ण का दिव्य अभिषेक महोत्सव करने वाले हैं, और इस अभिषेक महोत्सव में भगवान का पंचामृत से बहुत ही सुंदर घी, दूध और मध, हनी या फिर पंचगव्य के पंचामृत से भगवान का अभिषेक करने वाले हैं, और पुष्प अभिषेक भी होगा। तो अलग अलग सुंदर अभिषेक होने वाले हैं भगवान के। और आप समस्त वैष्णव से निवेदन है कि आप अवश्य जुड़िए, इस अभिषेक सेवा में सहयोग करें, और बहुत सुंदर एक अवसर है हमारे लिए कि हम भगवान के लिए कुछ कर सकें, उनके दिव्य अभिषेक के लिए। और विशेष गौ सेवा तथा हमारे उन वैष्णव जो कि इस अभिषेक महोत्सव में सम्मिलित होंगे, जो कि प्रति पूरा दिन प्राय भक्त लोग निर्जल उपवास करते हैं, रात को 12 बजे प्रसाद लेते हैं भगवान के अभिषेक के पश्चात। तो ऐसे उपस्थित हुए वैष्णव को हम यहाँ पर उनके लिए प्रसाद सेवा करने वाले हैं। तो आप सभी से निवेदन है कि आप इसमें अवश्य जुड़िए, और ये जो सारी सेवाएं हैं यदि आप करना चाहते हैं तो आप हमें हमारे इस कांटेक्ट नंबर जो कि आप देख रहे हैं स्क्रीन पर, which is 7567545555। इस पर हमें अप्रोच कर सकते हो। और इसमें यदि आप सहयोग करना चाहें तो एक और भी नंबर है हमारा, जो कि +2012150913। इन दोनों नंबर के माध्यम से आप हमारे साथ में जुड़कर इस कार्यक्रम को और अधिक अच्छे से सेलिब्रेट करने में हमारी सहायता कर सकते हो। तो आने वाली 12 तारीख को हम विशेष ये जो कार्य हम संपन्न करने जा रहे हैं, उसमें आने वाली 12 तारीख को ठीक इसी प्रकार रात को 8 बजे हम लोग यहाँ पर फिर से मिलेंगे और उन समस्त सेवाओं को दर्शन करेंगे। उन समस्त वैष्णव जनों को हम यहाँ पर उनको उनका धन्यवाद करेंगे, जो भक्त यहाँ पर हमारे साथ में इस कार्य में हमको सहयोग किए हैं, उनको विशेष हम धन्यवाद करना चाहते हैं। तो आने वाली 12 तारीख को हम सब मिलेंगे। और बहुत सुंदर आज इस दशम दिवस की कथा में हमारे माता जी हैं, जो कि बीइंग अ बॉडी दे आर पारसी, पारसी फैमिली में जन्म हुआ है उनका, परंतु बहुत सुंदर श्री प्रभुपाद की कृपा है उन पर, क्योंकि प्रभुपाद पर्सनली उनके घर पर विजिट किए थे और उसी के कारणवश आज उनकी रुचि कृष्ण कथा में, कृष्ण भक्ति में है। और हमने देखा है श्रील प्रभुपाद ने जहाँ जहाँ अपने कदम रखे हैं या जिस जिस व्यक्ति के संपर्क में आए हैं, कहीं न कहीं लेटर और सूनर, मतलब थोड़े समय के बाद वो रियलाइज हुए हैं कि कृष्ण भक्ति ही सत्य है। कृष्ण भक्ति एकमात्र ऐसा साधन है जिससे कि हम जीवन की पूर्णता को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। तो बाद में भी भली कुछ समय बाद, कुछ अंतराल बाद में भी सही, परंतु वे कृष्ण भक्ति में आए हैं। तो एक शुद्ध वैष्णव का संपर्क वो कितना परिवर्तन ला सकता है जीवन में, हम सोच भी नहीं सकते हैं। और हमारे फरीदा माता जी उन वाला परिवार से, जो इंदौर से है, बहुत ही एक माता की तरह है हमारे लिए, बहुत प्रेम करते हैं प्रभु जी को और कथा सुनते हैं। और हमारा सौभाग्य है कि ऐसे वैष्णव के संग भगवान हमें ऐसे वैष्णव का संपर्क करा रहे हैं, जिससे कि हम कृष्ण भक्ति की महानता को और अधिक समझ सकते हैं। तो ऐसी वेराइटीज है हमारे कृष्ण भक्ति में। जैसे हम देखते हैं कि प्रत्येक मतलब संप्रदाय से, प्रत्येक स्थान से व्यक्ति कृष्ण भक्ति में जुड़ा हुआ है और प्रत्येक धर्म के साथ में हम देख सकते हैं धर्म से लोग इस संप्रदाय में जुड़े हुए हैं, इस कृष्ण भक्ति को स्वीकार किए हैं। तो बहुत सुंदर विविधता है हमारे लिए और यही एक ऐसी चीज है जो हमें कृष्ण भक्ति की ओर प्रेरित करती है कि वे व्यक्ति कर रहे हैं तो हम क्यों ना करें। Being a Muslim, someone is doing कृष्ण भक्ति, तो वी आर बीइंग बोर्न इन इंडिया, और भारत में हमारा जन्म हुआ है और हिंदू परिवार में, तो हमें क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए। तो इसी कहीं ना कहीं ऐसे मोटिवेशन मिलता है। सो धन्यवाद माता जी, और विशेष धन्यवाद उन पूरे परिवार का उनका कि वे इस प्रकार सुंदर सहयोग किए हैं, जिससे कि हम ये सुंदर कथा श्रवण कर पा रहे हैं। तो आइए एक और चीज है, हम जो आने वाली विशेष हमारे उन वैष्णव के लिए जो कि पहली बार हमारे साथ में जुड़े हैं, आइए यस वी हैव प्रभु जी विद अस फाइनली। हरे
शृण्वन् गृणन् संस्मरयन् च चिन्तयन् नामानि रूपाणि च मङ्गलानि ते क्रियासु यस्त्वत् चरणारविन्दयो आविष्टचेता न भवाय कल्पते। सो देवतागण भगवान श्री कृष्ण को गर्भस्थ स्तुति करते हुए,
So while venerating the Lord in the womb of Mother Devaki, the demigods add that those who listen to your pastimes, how all of you all are sitting here, so they don't care about the day or night, day and night, with love and faith, allegiance, they listen to your pastimes, and further they add, and those who sing your glories, how?
जो आपकी कथा श्रृणवन सुनते हैं,
So those who listen to your glories and those who sing your glories, and further they add Sansmaraya. So those who remember your pastime, Sansmaran means remembering. And further what they add, can you read it? Shruvanan, Grinan, Samsmaran. And then the next word is Chintayan. So Shrunavan is to listen, Grinan is to speak, Sansmaran is to remember, and Chintayan is to meditate. So as today is Janmashtami, I was thinking on this word. The demigods say, those who listen to your pastimes, who sing your glories, that we understood. Third also we understood, those who remember you. And the fourth is Chintayan. So what is the difference between remembering and contemplating? So Shrinvan is to listen from ears and to sing from our throat, and since Smaran is to think from your heart, and then what is Chintayan? So here, why they have put these two things? So in the same verse, Smaran and Chintan are referred. So this is worth contemplating, that we can listen through ears and speak through mouth, and remembering and contemplation both come in our heart. And are they different? So can you differentiate between these two? So almost they are two. Then Srila Prabhupada explains, so this is the commentary of Srila Prabhupada. He says, in this verse, Smaran means to remember the lotus feet of the Lord, or to remember the form of the Lord, to remember the names of the Lord. So the form, his feet, his name. So to think about all these is Smaran, or to remember. But to think of the pastimes of the Lord is contemplation. So there is so much subtle difference between these two. So this is like putting oil in each and every strand of hair. Although both these things happen in our heart, but still they have subtle difference. So if you think about the lotus feet of the Lord or the form of the Lord, then it is remembering the Lord. But if you think of the pastimes of the Lord, then that is contemplation or chintan. So this is a very subtle point that the demigods have raised or spoken. So they say that those who sing or listen to you, or listen about you, remember about you, or contemplate about you, namani rupani cha mangalani te, your most auspicious name, form, and your pastimes. So the one who listens, speaks, remembers, or contemplates on these two, Kriyasu means constantly, like all of you. So who constantly does this? That is why I think that Ashamata might be there, but she will be there. So all these people are constantly doing these activities. And it is said, by doing this, our heart enters or focuses on the Lord. So we get, by listening to the pastimes or to remember or speak, our heart or mind gets focused on the Lord. And when we have this one pointed attention towards the Lord, then na bhavaya kalpate, then we don't have to take a repeated birth or death, because he crosses this ocean of miserable material world. The demigods refer that through your pastimes, forms, and names, those who are totally immersed in them, they need not to come back to this material world. So, if I add, if you agree, then you can tell me. I want to add one word here. He says in the verse, Avishta Cheta, so those who listen, speak, or remember, or contemplate the Lord's name, forms, and pastimes, he need not to come back to this material world. But if I want to add one more point, then for that person, this world is not the miserable material world, because he is already in the ocean of mellow. Those who are totally focused or immersed in the pastimes of the Lord is, but he is not in this material world, that there is no point of discussion of such person not coming back, because he is in the ocean of the nectar of bliss or bliss of devotional service. So Tulsidas ji has said that if you, Goswami ji says that if you say that if you perform devotional service towards Lord Sri Ram, then you will get liberated. But you will, it's not that you will get liberation after performing devotional service, because a person who is performing unallied devotional service towards Lord Sri Ram is already liberated. And in intelligent people or wise people leave everything else but focus on performing devotional service. They listen to the pastimes of the Lord, contemplate on the name, form, and pastimes of the Lord, etc. So, oh Lord, these are the glories of your devotional service. And a person who performs your devotional service, he need not to come back to this material world, but or he is not even in this material world, because he is already immersed in the ocean of mellows, that is Bhava Sagar. Further, while venerating the Lord, they add, the demigods in this verse tells the reasons behind the appearance, manifestation of the Lord. They say that, honestly, O Lord, they say that actually there is no advent of you. Although people celebrate Janmashtami or the day of your advent or appearance, because you are eternal, you are never born. So, in essence, you are never born. So you appear, manifest, advent. And the reason behind that is that honestly, there cannot be any reason for your advent as well. So people say that these are the reasons the Lord appears. But the demigods have spoken beautifully. They say that the reason behind your advent or appearance is nothing. Are you here to kill Kansa? If you just blow a little air, Kansa will be destroyed. If you just glance with your eyes, so many people can die. But So why do you need to appear? But still you appear vina vinodam bat tarkaya mein.
हमारे गुजराती में आनो एक बहुत सारो शब्द છે मौज. आप अपनी मौज में आते हो. आए तो आए, मौज पड़ गई, आ गए.
So they said that you come for your own pleasure. They are not like us that like 8 o'clock they have to attend their office. If they get late, then their salary will be deducted. The law, it is nothing. For the Lord, he's under no obligation. He comes for his own pleasure or enjoyment. If he has to come, he will come. Otherwise, not. Otherwise, the reasons that are given for his advent, his associates, etc., can do what all these activities, but he just appears for his own pleasure. They say that you don't require to protect, generate, or destroy, because all this can be performed by just matter of your glance, and your internal and external potency does all these things. So what could be the reason of his appearance? So he comes with no reason. And when have you appeared? So the intent or emotion of demigods is that the reason behind your incarnation is acceptable, that Matsya came, but you yourself appear, there is no reason for that. So if someone asks that what are the incarnations of the Lord, then they say Matsya. There is a reason for his appearance, that you came in that form and you saved Manu Maharaj with all the sages and saints and you protected them. Then Ashwa Haigriv avatar to protect the Vedas. Then the Kachap to let the milk ocean be churned. And in the Narsinga form, you made true the words of your devotee Prahlad Maharaj. So Vara, Ans, etc. all have the reason to appear, but for you to appear, there is no reason. Because Hiranyaksha has taken Mother Earth, so to protect her, he has to come as Varaha. Then Hans, as the Kumaras had this inquisitiveness and they were unable to find the answer, then the Lord appeared in this swan form. Then Raji, that is to teach people modesty, he incarnated as Lord Ram, and to destroy the warrior kings, he came as Parshuram, and to provide the kingdom to Indra from Bali Maharaj, he came as Vamana.
कभी राम बन के कभी श्याम बन के चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना ये तुम विष्णु रूप में आना लक्ष्मी को साथ में लाना कभी राम बन के लक्ष्मी साथ में हो चक्र हाथ में हो चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना ये तुम राम रूप में आना सीता को साथ में लाना सीता साथ में हो धनुष हाथ में हो चले आना प्रभु जी चले आ। और अब हे तुम श्याम रूप में आना। राधा अकेले नहीं, अकेले नहीं, अकेले की जरूरत नहीं है। हे तुम श्याम रूप में आना, राधा को साथ में लाना। राधा साथ में हो, मुरली हाथ में हो, चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना। कभी राम बन के, कभी श्याम बन के, चले आना प्रभु जी चले आना। श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की। सो इस प्रकार देवता कहते हैं कि कभी राम, कभी श्याम, कभी मत्स्य, कभी ये।
In this manner, the demigods say that there are so many reasons where you incarnate, but what could be the reason of your appearance? But the reason that we are giving, that we want to have your audience. So, oh Lord, bharam bhuvam param yaduttam vandanam te. So please give us an audience, oh dear Lord. So in this manner, the demigods thought that Janmashtami is here. If we go, then only with the Lord will appear. So you all are telling me to come. That, but when you leave, only then I will come. Sometimes when a guest came, so sometimes they stay for a month or 2 months, and then what is it? So they say that you also have to visit us. So I will come only when. So the Lord also wanted to say that if you leave, only then I can appear, or I will appear. So the demigods understood that now they have to leave, but before they left, they told something to Mother Devaki. So in the next verse you can see, they said,
परह पुमान अंशेन साक्षात् भगवान भवायनः मा भूत भयं भोजपते मुमुषयोर गुप्ता यदूनां भविता तवात्मजः। अम्बः, देवतागण देव की माता को अम्ब कहते हैं। अम्ब माने है माँ।
The demigods refer to Mother Devaki as Ambu, that is mother. They say that you are very, very fortunate. Dvishtaya means extremely fortunate. They say, oh mother, you are really very, very fortunate. So if Mother Devaki asks why, then they say that in your womb, Kukshi means womb, Gataha, that is present. And who is there in your womb? Paraha Puman. So the doctors say that there is a boy, people become very happy. But here the demigods are saying the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Paraha Puman, Purushottama is in your womb. So it's not the incarnation of the Lord, but the Supreme Personality of God Himself has appeared. And further they clarify this Parapuman, Anshena. And why is he Lord Purushottama? Because with all his other forms or incarnation, he has appeared in your womb. So the complete supreme personality of Godhead is in your womb. Sakshat Bhagwan. It's not just an incarnation of the Lord or avatar, but the Lord himself has appeared. And they are clarifying these with these 3 points. Parahapuman, that is Purushottama, and he is coming with all his other incarnations and forms, and Sakshat Bhagwan, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Naha, for our benefit or for our welfare, he has arrived in your womb. So if Mother Devaki says that the Lord is here, what if Kansa will kill? So she was killed because already her 6 children were killed. Then demigods add in the second line. They say that you should not be scared. Bhayam Ma, you should not be scared of the Kansa, that is the Bhoja Naresh or king. Why? Because Mumurshyor, because he is about to die, his time is up. Because the child in your womb has appeared to kill Kansa. And he will not only kill Kansa, he will kill him, but along with that, Gupta Yaduna Bhavitatva Atmaja, your son. The Gupta is to protect Yadunam. So Gupta is to protect. So whom he will protect? The Yadunam, that is the Yadu clan. So he will protect the clan of the Yadus, or the lineage of Yadus or Yadavas. So while leaving, they have indicated to Mother Devaki that that Supreme Personality of Godhead is going to appear from your womb. And then Shukdev Goswami recites,
Purusham Yad Rupa Manidam Yata Brahmeshano Puradhaya Deva Pratiyadur Divam. बड़ा मजेदार श्लोक है. श्री शुक उवाच. सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं कि इति
Shukdev Goswami says, Iti Abhushtaya. So in this manner, they venerated the Lord, Param Purush, that is Purushottama, and thus venerating the Lord, Yad Nidam Yatha. So the form of the Lord. So the second line is important. Brahma Ish means Lord Brahma and Shiva, Purodhaya. So Brahmaji and Shivji, Pura means they were forward. So we need to understand. So be very, very cautious here. So by keeping Brahma and Lord Shiva in the front, all the demigods left for their places. But here we need to understand a point. Just imagine for a moment. So Brahma and Shiva were the leaders, and they had invited all the demigods and came to venerate the Lord. So So Brahma and Shivji were in front, and all the demigods were closely following them because the leader is always in the forefront. And while walking, they came to the prison house of Kansa, and it's so small. It's still there in Mathura, and there is a very small passage to go. So even we have to form a line to have a darshan there. So imagine who will be moving first. So Brahma and Shiva are in the front, and then Indra, Chandra, etc. So in this small room, when they reached, so who will be nearest to Mother Devaki? That is Brahma and Shiva. So when we see that the Katha is organized in a small temple, then there's so much people. So when they have venerated, then in this small passage, who will leave first? So everything is packed, and when they were to return, so who will leave for the first? So first the demigods, those who were in the last will leave first, and there was no point or space to turn. So who will come out? Those who were in the last. But in the verse, what is written? So this is how we should read the verses. Brahma Isha Puradhaya. So Brahma and Lord Shiva left first. So there is this small passage, and there is a small room, and there the house is packed, and Brahmaji and Shivji are standing in the front. So first who is in the end will leave first. But the one who was standing in the forefront left first. So Guru Maharaj gives a very beautiful reason. So it is said that when they were venerating, then Lord Shiva and Brahma said that now let's leave. So, but the demigods were not ready to leave yet, because they all had this intense desire to have an audience with the Devaki. So they said that, so you came first, so you should leave first. What if you will speak two more verses when we leave? So they said that no, you should leave. This, what if you conceal a secret because the Lord is about to appear? So we are not going to leave. But here the Lord has to appear. So they said that we are your servants, so you should go first and we will follow you. Then Lord Shiva and Brahma requested many times, but they were not ready. Then Lord Brahma and Shivji, as there's so many people, then Shiva and Brahma just somehow left. So they were front, and when they left, then all the demigods followed. So it implies the nobody wants to leave the place or the home of the Lord. So all of them have left after venerating the Lord, and now it was the time of Janmashtami, and it was the night time, and it was the time for the Lord to appear. That time has arrived.
नहीं है वो घड़ी आ गई, केवल इतना। अब जहां से जो गुण मिले वो वहां से ले लो, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि सब कुछ लिया जाए। आप जब आलू टमाटर खरीदने जाते हो तो पूरी रैंकड़ी थोड़ी उठा लेते हो।
So when you go to buy potatoes or tomatoes, do you bring the whole store in your home? You just select a few good ones and you bring to your home.
और सुखदेव गोस्वामी ऐलान करते हैं,
And Shukdev Goswami announces, Shri Shuka Uvacha, that is, Shri Shuka spoke,
काल परम शोभनम यरहे वाजन जन्माक्षम शांत ग्रह तारकम। सुखदेव जी ने ऐलान किया,
Shukdev ji announced,
अब देखो अथ माने
Ataha.
प्रारंभ करते हुए,
So during the beginning of
अध्याय
the
बस अब प्रकट होने
chapter,
वाले हैं।
that now the Lord is about to appear.
जिस कगार पर कृष्ण प्रकट होने वाले थे उस
The moment when the Lord is about to appear is the, and how was the nature and the surrounding is described by Shukdev Goswami. First and foremost, he says, Atha sarva guno peta kala puru paramashobhan. The whole universe was beautifully decorated. It was bedecked. At the time when the Lord was about to appear, the whole universe was decorated. So, if Shukdev Goswami compares the birth of the Lord with this material universe, when the universe was created, what was there? There was darkness all over. But when Krishna was born, that time also there was extreme darkness, as it was the midnight when he appeared, and that too, that 5,000 years back. So in the midst of a dark night, the universe changed or transformed. Similarly, when this universe was created, there was all darkness, but by the mercy of the Lord, this universe was decorated. So when he was about to be born, then it was decorated and it was bedecked. So when Krishna was about to appear, that time, Kala Shushobhit. So what happens with us when our time is not good, but by calling the Brahmanas, we tell them to do some veneration to appease the planetary positions and the planets in our favor. But when the Lord was about to appear, the time became opportune or time. So Harishuri ji gives a great example that the time is opportune because the father of this death personified is Mahakal, and he has just left. So Mahakal signifies Lord Shiva, and Kal is the death personified, or Yama. And who is the father of this Kal? That is Lord Shiva. So Kal is the one who kills, that is death, or who eats everyone. And who is Mahakal? That is Lord Shiva. And he was just here half minute before venerating the Lord. So when the Mahakal became favorable for the Lord, then if the Kal becomes opportune or favorable, then what's the greater feat in that? So when the Lord was about to appear, then the earth was decorated and the time became favorable. And not only that, it is mentioned, Yadeva Janmanaksham, the nakshatra or the constellation when he was born. So, so, so when the Lord was about to appear, then everything came in tandem with everything. So when a great personality is about to appear, then people talk about, and the activities. But when that person comes, when that special personality is here, then everybody sit in an order, everybody takes their position, and people will think that he has been sitting here like that since last 3 years. So everybody comes or sit in an orderly fashion. So when the Lord was about to appear, then everything became set. It was not necessary to do that. So when during the time of the Lord, all the constellations also took a good position, and it was the Rohini Nakshatra. When the Lord was about to appear, then it was the Rohini Nakshatra. Why Rohini Nakshatra? Lord thought that Baldev ji has taken the birth from the womb of Mother Rohini, and so she should not feel bad that I'm taking birth from the womb of Mother Devaki, so she should not feel bad. So although I'm being born from the womb of Mother Devaki, but I will come in the nakshatra of Mother Rohini. Shant Grah Tarakam. All the planets became pacified. So now it is about to be, the planets became pacified. And when we are about the, the, the planets start dancing on our head. On one hand, there is Mercury, on the other is Venus, and they all are looking at us, staring at us with open, wide eyes. Then now that he has arrived. But when Krishna is about to appear, you can see in the second line, all the planets became Shanta, that is, they became pacified. So all these stars, constellations, planets came or became patient or pacified as the Lord is appearing. Further, it is said that when the Lord was about to appear, this is the time of Janmashtami, and especially on the time of the Lord's appearance or advent, all the directions were happy. Prasedu means to be happy. So all these directions became happy. Why did the directions become happy? Disha Prasedu. The reason being, these directions, if you see in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, these directions are the ears of the Lord. So I'm speaking on this Disha Prasedu. At the time of Krishna's birth, all the directions were happy. Why? In the Virata form of the Lord, the directions are the ears. So the Lord is about to appear because he has been venerated by demigods, sages, and saints. And the Lord is about to appear. So by listening this, what does it imply? That the Lord has heard the veneration of the demigods. That is why the Lord is appearing, because he has heard their prayers of sages, saints, or demigods. So that means he has heard. That implies that the Lord has heard or listened to their veneration. That is why he is appearing. And it also implies that his ears are functioning properly. And a person listens to the pastor only when there is no, when the ears are clean. So in one essence, the appearance of the Lord implies that the Lord listens. That implies his ears are clean and there is no wax in his ears. So these ears, these directions are his ears in the universal form. So these directions are happy and satisfied because it proves that the directions are pure and the Lord's ears are clean. So the appearance of the Lord proves that the directions are pure, clean, and the ears of the Lord are clean because the veneration has been heard or listened by the Lord. Gagana Dirgal Nirmalo. The sky becomes clear, clean, pure, and in this sky, Urgan Dayam. So, and the stars were twinkling. So, when there is this marriage ceremony or birth, then they put some lights that twinkles. So, of these 2-3 worlds get just spoiled, and so we arrange for all these things. But when the Lord was about to appear, then automatically all this happened. The sky was clear and the stars were twinkling. Why? Why the stars were twinkling, shining bright in the sky? Why? Because who are these stars? So these stars are the family of the moon. So when the stars started shining, and they're the family of moon god, and today Krishna is about to appear in the Chandra or moon dynasty. When a great personality is going to be born, then that family has a great grand celebration, and the Lord himself is going to appear in this moon clan. Therefore, the family of the moon is shining bright. So the directions are happy, the sky is clear, and the stars are twinkling brightly. And further, he adds, Mahi Mangal Bhuishta means Mother Earth. As the Lord is about to appear, so Mother Earth is also very, very happy and satisfied, ecstatic, and all the villages, towns, and cities, even if someone digs a little, they get a gold mine or pearls, diamonds, all types of precious gemstones. Today, Earth is distributing all her gems freely because she is overwhelmed with joy and ecstasy. The reason being, why is Mother Earth so happy at the time of advent of Lord Krishna? It is said that by the acharyas or scholars that the lotus feet of the Lord, on which the great sages meditate upon these lotus feet, and who are venerated by the exalted devotees of the Lord, who are the lotus feet of the Lord, which are venerated by the demigods, sagely saints alike, and who are the utmost merciful, and Mother Lakshmi or goddess of fortune massages these lotus feet constantly. How glorious are these lotus feet of the Lord! So the lotus feet which are venerated by the demigods and saintly sages alike and are massaged by the goddess of fortune, such lotus feet are going to imprint their footprint on this earth. They are going to touch me, or they're going to put, these feet will be on me. That is why Mother Earth is ecstatic. So acharyas have given many reasons, because when the Lord was about to appear, everybody was happy. The sky, the stars, the directions, everyone was happy. And Mother Earth was ecstatic as well. And the reason for her ecstasy was, if a son-in-law comes to the house of the girl, then they all start running and they welcome him with so much warm heart. Then the mother-in-law, how much happy she feels. So in one essence, Mother Earth is the mother-in-law of the Lord. In Treta Yuga, Ramji was married to Mother Sita. And who is the mother of Sita? That is Mother Earth. So from this perspective, Ramji's mother-in-law is Mother Earth. And after 10 lakh years, the son-in-law is coming, then definitely the mother-in-law will be ecstatic that my son-in-law is coming. That is why Shukdev Goswami says, Mahi Mangala Bhuishtha. Mother Earth was blissful and ecstatic, and she started welcoming the Lord. And in this manner, she was really happy. So, in one perspective, she is the mother-in-law, but there is another reference. Why the Mother Earth was happy? The reason being, she said that before that, or previously, the Lord had incarnated as Varaha.
खरे धरणी तव लग्ना शशिनी कलंक कले वनिमग्ना केशवदीता शूकर रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे। पृथ्वी माता सोचती हैं कि इसके पहले भगवान ने
Mother Earth thinks that previously the Lord has taken the form of the boar or a Varaha, and by doing so, he liberated me. But during that time or those times, Varaha is the husband of Mother Earth. He's the husband of Vasundhara. So at that time, Lord Varaha liberated me and he touched me. But I couldn't get more fortune. For a few moments, I was touched by the Lord, but I was not that fortunate. But now that Lord Purna Purushottam is coming in the form of Lord Krishna, so now he will keep his feet on me, he will eat and he will play on me, my lap. And thinking this, Mother Earth was extremely satisfied and happy. So this earth became, and she said that previously the Lord has come and he has touched with his teeth. He kept his wife on his teeth and then he left. So she said that he was here, but he didn't touch me much. But now he is going to dance, walk barefoot. How much fortune he is going to give me. Thinking this, she was overwhelmed with joy. Shukdev Goswami refer to each point, and on each point there can be a 7 days katha on the same topic. Why the sky is happy, we can discuss this for a whole day. There are so many things that can be discussed. And the other reason for earth being satisfied is Lord Ramachandra. So let's remember Lord Ramachandra. He went on an exile, and for 14 years he was in the deep forest, and then he killed Ravana and came back to Ayodhya, and he became the king. He was coronated as the king.
राजा राम पतित पावन सीता रघुपति राघव राजा राम। राम जी राजा हुए, इसलिए राजा को
Ramji became the king, and that is why the king is called Mahipal. He's also called as Bhupati, the husband or the protector of the land. So he became Bhupati or the king. So he's the protector and husband of Mother Earth. Bhu means earth and Pati means husband or protector.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, तो राम जी पृथ्वी के हस्बैंड हो गए। तो त्रेता युग में राम जी भूपति तो हो गए,
So in Treta he became the husband or protector of the, but he was in modesty personified, and he had taken a pledge of one wife only, and he resided with her only. So although he became Bhupati or the husband of Mother Earth, but he never gave any time to her. And since then she had this thought that he was in modesty, and although he was the king, but he never gave me much time. But now that same Ram is appearing in as Purna Purushottam Krishna, so he will give me enough time, because he will not be controlled by this modesty, and he will make me glorious. And thinking this, Shukdev ji says that earth was extremely satisfied. It is said that Mother Earth thought in Satyuga the Lord appeared as the Lord Varaha, and he took me, and I was dancing that he said, and then he gave me to Indra as Vamana, when he came as Vamana, as he was the celibate from his childhood. So in Satyug, he took me from Bali Maharaj in the form of Vaman Dev, but he gave me to Indra. And in Treta, he came as Parshuram. He killed all the warrior kings, and he took me. Then he donated me to the Brahmanas. So what all activities my husband performed? So he took me and he gave me to Indra or to the Brahmanas. And but in the form of Rama he came. Because of modesty he couldn't spend any time with me. But now he is here in the form of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. So I will get opportunity. So wives don't expect much from their husband. They just want your time. What do you think? That they love your money? Do they need a big home or ornaments, etc.? No. They just have this desire that my husband should love me and give proper time to me and speak softly with love. And then the wife will be happy. But today's husband can do anything but not this. The husbands could say that we want to sing, but we don't know how to sing. So in this manner, the earth was extremely satisfied and blissful and started showering fortune to others. So there is a special word here, Mahi Mangala. So on this word, Harishori ji has commented beautifully, Mahi Mangala. The Mother Earth became auspicious. So with the support of these words, Harishori ji say on this word Mahimangal that all the villages, cities, and towns on this earth are considered to be the thread. So all these villages, towns, cities are thread. So Mother Earth thought or saw that I had this thread in my neck since long. So all these villages, towns, etc. were already present. But I lacked the auspiciousness. But now that the Lord Krishna will be here, he is auspiciousness personified. So I had this thread, but I lacked auspiciousness. But now the auspiciousness will come with this thread. So it will become a Mangal Sutra. It is a jewel worn by the married women. And she's happy that I will become the most fortunate women by getting married, and she is becoming happy. So by all these commentaries, we can totally focus our heart in Bhagavatam. So Mother Earth became auspicious and decorated, bedecked. And not only that, all these villages, towns, etc. became auspicious too. And further, Shukdev Goswami adds, what more happened? Nadya Prasanna. All the rivers were happy, and by doing that, their water was increased. So the rivers were happy because they thought, please try to focus. So I agree that today is today's Janmashtami, so you might not have eaten much, and it's hard to focus. But here Shukdev ji says, Nadya Prasanna Salila. The earth was also happy, or the rivers were also happy. The water was overflowing in the rivers. So why were they happy? So these rivers, so their in-laws' home is ocean and her home is the mountains, because it starts from mountain and concludes its journey in the ocean. So this river starts from the mountain, that is her parents' home, and meets the ocean, that is her husband. So they have seen her father's home and in-laws home, but they have a friend whose name is Mother Ganga. So what is the parental home of Mother Ganga? So her home is the lotus feet of the Lord. Mother Ganga has appeared from the lotus feet of the Lord. So her home is the lotus feet of the Lord. And all other rivers, parental home is the mountains. So these rivers say that you have seen our father and his feet, but you have never shared the audience with your father lotus feet. And Mother Ganga is also filled with pride or joy. She doesn't offer to have an audience with the lotus feet of the Lord, that is her parental home. So these rivers were upset with Mother Ganga that she don't share that with her. But now that the Lord is about to appear, all the rivers are happy and overwhelmed that in so many days she was not showing. But now her parental home is coming. Not only his lotus feet, but the Lord himself is going to appear, and we all will have an audience with the Lord. And thinking this, they were overwhelmed with joy and with water. And another reason for Mother Earth to be happy, and the water was incessantly flowing, the rivers were thinking that we have worked so hard to attain or reach the husband's home, that is the ocean. And where does the Lord reside? He resides in the ocean. So these rivers thinking that we walk so much to reach the ocean so that we can have an audience with the Lord and serve the Lord. But in the ocean, goddess of fortune gets hold of the Lord in such a manner that we don't get an opportunity to serve his lotus feet. And if we get some fortune, but how are we going to introduce ourselves? How will he know that who is Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri? Because in ocean, everybody becomes one. Then these rivers thought that this Mother Lakshmi has never left her husband and never gave us opportunity to serve. But that Lord Vishnu is coming in the form of Krishna on this earth. So now we all rivers separately will meet him and see him and serve his lotus feet. And thinking this, they were overwhelmed with joy. They were overfilled with water. In this manner, the water of the rivers became cleansed and pure. So there was this beautiful atmosphere. The time itself was decorated. All the planets and constellations were pacified. Skies became clear. Stars were shining brightly. Mother Earth started showering precious gemstones, and there were beautiful, beautiful flowers in all the lakes. Because of the cruelty and violence of demons like Kansa, the trees had stopped giving fruits, but now, realizing that the Supreme Personality of Godhead will be here soon, they started showering the fruits. The evil doers became agitated and distressed, while the saintly sages and saints who were unable to perform the sacrifices, they started performing the Homa sacrifices again. All the celestial beings were ready and they all started dancing and singing. All the Charana Vidyadhas, etc., they all started reciting the beautiful, beautiful phrases from Vedas, and all the demigods in the sky started calling the Lord. And at the last moment, now that the Lord is about to appear any moment, and everybody has this one focused attention. So let me give you an example. There was a time when we used to have a match between India and Pakistan until the last ball, they used to have this decision, and everybody had the focus on this batsman, that what's going to happen. Similarly, all the eyes were set on the Lord, how is it going to appear. And now they their eyes are waiting eagerly.
श्याम तरस रहे नैना, तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना। गाइए। तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना, तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस
हो।
रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना,
तरस रहे नैना, बरस रहे नैना।
आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
हे आवो घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना,
आओ घन श्याम तरस रहे नैना।
सारे देवता, गंधर्व, किन्नर, चारण, विद्याधर, यक्ष सब लोग भगवान की स्तुति करने लगे।
So everybody started venerating the Lord, and the Lord, listening the veneration by the devotees, and Shukdev Goswami announces that at the same time, the 8 Muhurtas of elapsed, and the 8th Muhurat in the Bhadra month or month, and in the Krishna Paksh on the Ashtami or the 8th day in Harshan Yog Rohini Nakshatra, and on the day of Wednesday, exactly at 12 o'clock midnight, the Lord thought that now I should appear in this earth to protect the cows who were being butchered, and to save the civilization of saintly sages, and to remove this weight of evildoers from this earth, and to satisfy the devotees, he decided to appear on this earth.
चाहत मुनि संता कमला कंता बलवल संता बलवंता क्षत्रि प्रज धारण धर्म सुजारण वंशी धारण जन तारण देवकी के कारण नाद विवारण असुर विदारण बदबारण भव सिंधु तारण जनिय विचारण भार उतारण भगवंता भार उतारण भगवंता। जैसे ही भगवान ने इस पृथ्वी
As soon as the Lord decided to come on this earth, and he was about to appear or wanted to appear, first and foremost the clouds started thundering and they started raining.
आषाढ़ उचारम में गमलारम पनी बहारम जलधारम दूर डकारम मयूर पुकारम कड़िका तारम विस्तारम नहीं संभारम प्यास्य पारम नंद कुमारम निरख्यारी एक हो राधे प्यारी मैं बलिहारी गोकुल यावो गिरिधारी रे जी गो गिरिधारी रे जी गोकुल यावो श्रावण जल पर से सुंदर पर से बादल पर से अंबर से तरुवर गिरिवर से लता लहर से नदिया पर से सागर से दंपति दुख दर से सेज समर से लगत जर से दुखकारी एक हो राधे प्यारी मैं बलिहारी गोकुल यावो गिरिधारी रे जी गोकुल यावो गिरिधारी रे हालो हालो भाद्रवा भरिया गिरिवर हरिया प्रेम परसिया तन तरिया भाद्रवा भरिया गिरिवर हरिया प्रेम परसिया तन तरिया मथुरा में गरिया फेरन परिया खूब जावरिया बस करिया ब्रजराज विसरिया काजन सरिया मन नहीं करिया हूँ हारी कहो राधे प्यारी मैं बलिहारी गोकुल यावो गिरिधारी रे जी गो गिरिधारी रे आसो मनिहारी आसवधारी धन दशरारी दशरारी ए नवनिधि निहारी चढ़ी जटारी वाट संभारी मथुरारी भूख बान दुलारी कहत पुकारी तमे थियारी तकरारी एक हो राधे प्यारी मैं बलिहारी गोकुल यावो गिरिधारी रे जी गोकुल गिरिधारी रे जी गोकुल यावो कान कोडीला रंग रंगीला, कान कोडीला रंग रंगीला, माधव मोहन मतवाला, ए दीन दयाला कृष्ण कृपाला, नटवर नागर नंदलाला, राधा रमणा राय रूपाला ने छेल छबीला छोगाड़ा, ए शंकर दुर्लभ दर्श दीदारा, भजवड़ भई ने हर नारा रे प्रभु, भजवड़ भई ने हर नारा रे, ब्रिज की सब बाला रूप रसाला, ब्रिज की सब बाला रूप रसाला, करी बेहाला नंद लाला, लागी तन ज्वाला विपत विशाला, दिन दयाला नंद लाला, आए नहीं कृष्ण कृपाला, बंसीवाला बनवारी, नर सुखकारी मित्र मुरारी, गए विसारी, गिरिधारी रे जी गए, गिरिधारी रे जी गए, जय कृष्ण अनादि अनंत विभो, परमानंद रूप अनूप प्रभो, अवलोकित शोकित प्रणत जन्म परिवेश विशेष प्रणत हरम। इस प्रकार सभी देवता मन में स्तुति कर रहे हैं।
So in this manner, all the demigods are venerating the Lord and are eagerly waiting for the Lord to appear. And it's the time of Janmashtami. And Shukdev Goswami says in the Bhadra Mas, in the Krishna Paksh, on the 8th day, on the Rohini Nakshatra, Harshan Yog, Mesh Lagna, and on the Wednesday, exactly at 12 o'clock midnight, as in a dark night, a full moon appears, as a lion cub is born from the womb of a lioness. Similarly, from the womb of Mother Devaki in the prison house of Kansa, Lord appeared.
भगवान की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान। सब लोग खड़े होकर आप सभी भक्तों को कृष्ण जन्म की बधाई हो, कृष्ण जन्म की बधाई हो। जन्मे है कृष्ण कन्हई, जन्मे है कृष्ण कन्हई, गोकुल में देखो बाजी बधाई।
जन्मे है कृष्ण कन्हई, गोकुल में देखो बाजी बधाई।
बाजी बधाई देखो बाजे बधाई,
बाजे बधाई देखो बाजे बधाई।
बाजे बधाई देखो बाजे बधाई, बाजे बधाई देखो बाजे बधाई,
बाजे बधाई देखो बाजे बधाई।
ए जन्मे है कृष्ण कन्हई, गोकुल में आज बाजे बधाई।
जन्मे है कृष्ण कन्हई, गोकुल में आज बाजे बधाई।
ए जन्मे है कृष्ण कन्हई, गोकुल में आज यमुना भी धन्य हुई छूके चरण को,
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 लेके वसुदेव चले प्यारे ललन 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 को,
यमुना भी आज हर्षाई गोकुल में आज बाजे बधाई,
जन्म है कृष्ण कनाई गोकुल में आज बाजे बधाई,
हे जन्मे जन्मे जन्मे, हे जन्मे कृष्ण कनाई गोकुल में आज बाजे बधाई,
जन्म है कृष्ण कनाई गोकुल में आज बाजे बधाई,
हे गोकुल माँ आज दिवाली,
गोकुल माज दिवाली,
गोकुल मायाज दिवाली,
गोकुल माज दिवाली,
प्रकट दया वनमाळी, प्रकट दया वनमाळी गोकुल मा, प्रकट दया
वनमाळी, प्रकट थया वनमाळी गोकुल मा,
हे घर घर थी गोपियों आवे,
घर घर थी गोपियों आवे,
हे घर घर थी गोपियों आवे,
घर घर थी गोपियों आवे,
मन गमता साज सजावे,
मन गमता साज सजावे,
हे मन गमता साज सजावे,
मन गमता साज सजावे,
प्रकट थया वनमाळी, प्रकट थया वनमाळी गोकुल मा,
प्रकट थया वनमाळी, प्रकट थया वनमाळी गोकुल मा,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे, हे हरे राम भाव से जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरे, युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन के, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद के, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। तमद्भुतं बालकयं भुजे क्षणं चतुर्भुजं शङ्खगदाभिधायुधम् श्रीवत्सलक्ष्मं गलशोभिकौस्तुभम् श्रीवत्सलक्ष्मं गलशोभिकौस्तुभम् पीताम्बरं सान्द्रपयोधशोभगम्। इस प्रकार भगवान श्री कृष्ण का प्राकट्य हुआ और कंस के कारागार में जब भगवान श्री कृष्ण प्रकट हुए तो सर्वप्रथम भगवान श्री कृष्ण को श्री वसुदेव जी ने देखा। हिसाब बराबर करना है ना, भगवान ने हिसाब बराबर किया। राम अवतार में जब राम जी प्रकट हुए तो प्रथम दर्शन माता ने किया था। इस बार माता मूर्छित थी, भगवान कृष्ण प्रकट हुए तो प्रथम दर्शन पिताजी ने वसुदेव जी ने किया। अच्छा, वसुदेव जी ने भगवान श्री कृष्ण को देखा, कृष्ण कैसे थे? तब सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं तम अद्भुतम, कृष्ण अद्भुत थे। संसार में जैसे साधारण बालक का जन्म होता है वैसे नहीं थे, रोता हुआ, अनेकों प्रकार की गंदगी से भरा हुआ। तम अद्भुतम बालकम, अद्भुत बालक था। इस संसार में हम सब जीवों को संस्कृत में भूत कहा जाता है। हम लोग कौन है? कौन है? आप लोग कौन है? आप लोग अपनी प्रोफाइल में ये लिख देना, हम भूत है। एक तो ऑलरेडी हम भूत है, ओके, और ऊपर से 5 महाभूतों ने हमको पकड़ के रखा है। वो 5 महाभूत कौन? पंच महाभूत, पृथ्वी, जल, अग्नि, वायु, आकाश। एक तो हम ऑलरेडी भूत हैं और ऊपर से 5 महाभूत ने हमको पकड़ के रखा है। इन भूतों से यदि मुक्त होना है तो इस अद्भुत की शरण ग्रहण कीजिएगा। सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं तम अद्भुतम, ये अद्भुत है। हम भूत है और ये अद्भुत है। इसे मुक्त होने के लिए इसकी अद्भुतता क्या है? अद्भुतता माने मैं क्या कहूं, गुजराती में पना कहते हैं। इसका पना बहुत बड़ा है। ये वज्रात अभी कठोराणी, ये वज्र से ज्यादा कठोर भी, ये अद्भुत शब्द के ऊपर बोला जा रहा है। केवल अद्भुतता को समझिए इस बालक की। ये वज्र से भी ज्यादा कठोर भी है और कोमल से अधिक, कमल से भी अधिक कोमल है। समय आने पर वज्र से भी अधिक कठोर, और समय आने पर गोपियां रोती है कृष्ण। कृष्ण, जब हम सोचती है ना कि आप नंगे पांव ब्रज में विचरण करते हो, हम आपके चरण कमलों को हमारी छाती पर पधराते हुए भी सोचती हैं कि कृष्ण के चरणों में कहीं चोट न लग जाए। और वो आपके चरण कमल जब ब्रज में कंकर पत्थर पर पड़ते हैं तो हमारा हृदय फट जाता है, हमारे हृदय में बड़ा कष्ट होता है। तो कृष्ण कोमल से भी अधिक, कमल से भी अधिक कोमल है और वज्र से भी अधिक। ये इसकी अद्भुतता है। और क्या अद्भुतता है? ये अणु से भी अणु हो सकते हैं और विभू से भी विभू हो सकते हैं। ये ब्रज में बड़े चंचल भी हैं तो द्वारिका में बड़े गंभीर भी हैं। अनेकों प्रकार की जिम्मेदारी से घिरे हुए हैं। ये गोपियों का चीर भी चुराते हैं और द्रौपदी को वस्त्र भी दे देते हैं। ये अद्भुत है। ये राधा रानी को मनाते भी हैं और रुक्मणी को जानबूझ के रुठाते भी हैं। ये राधा को चिढ़ाते भी हैं और सत्य भामा को समझाते भी हैं। ये माता यशोदा को अपने मुख में ब्रह्मांड दिखाकर भ्रम में डालते हैं और कुरुक्षेत्र के रणभूमि में गीता का ज्ञान देकर अर्जुन का भ्रम मिटा देते हैं। एक बाजू मां को भ्रम में डालते हैं, दूसरी बाजू अर्जुन का भ्रम मिटाते हैं। इसका पना देखो कितना बड़ा है। આપણે બધા એક છાપ વાળા સિક્કા છીએ। આપણે એક વસ્તુ આવડતી હોય તો એ જ આવડતી હોય, બીજું કાંઈ ન પાવે। इसका पना आप देखिए कि ये सब कुछ कर, ये पूर्ण है। ये गैया चरा कर आते ही यशोदा के गोद में सिर रखते ही सो जाते हैं और दूसरी ओर द्वारिका में राधा के विरह में सोने का बहुत प्रयास करते हैं लेकिन नींद नहीं आती। ये बांसुरी उठाते हैं और समय आने पर सुदर्शन चक्र भी उठा लेते हैं। ये अणु बनकर उत्तरा के गर्भ में चले जाते हैं और विभु बनकर दुर्योधन के सामने खड़े रह जाते हैं। दुर्योधन तू मुझे बांधेगा, कहां से बांधेगा। ये द्वारिका के राजा बनकर पुकारे जाते हैं तो ये भक्त की रक्षा करने के लिए दुर्योधन का नाई तक बन जाते हैं। इसको बड़े बड़े देवता इस कृष्ण का दर्शन करने के लिए लाइन में लगातार खड़े रहकर बाट देखते हैं और वही कृष्ण ब्रज में गोपियों की बाट ताकते हैं कि कब आएगी, कब यहां से जाएगी, कब मैं देखूंगा। ये एक और मैं किस पर बोल रहा हूं, जब कृष्ण का जन्म हुआ तो प्रथम श्लोक शुकदेव ने ये कहा, तम अद्भुतम। ये बड़ा अद्भुत है, ये अद्भुत पर बोल रहा हूं। ये ब्रजराज भी है, ये जगन्नाथ है, ये जगदीश है। ब्रजराज, जगन्नाथ, जगदीश। लेकिन यही ब्रजराज, जगन्नाथ, जगदीश छछिया भरी छाछ पे नाच नचावे। गोपियां कहती हैं कि कन्हैया छाछ पीना है। बोले हाँ। बोले एक गिलास छाछ मिलेगी, बस ठुमका लगाओ। तो 2-3 घंटे तक बेचारा नाचता है एक गिलास छाछ के लिए। कौन? जगन्नाथ, जगदीश, ब्रजराज। पूरी दुनिया सावन भादों में पूरा महीना जिस श्याम सुंदर कृष्ण को झूले पर झुलाती है, लेकिन दूसरी ओर वही कृष्ण एक सेवक दास बनकर राधा को झूले पर झुलाते हैं। एक और यह कृष्ण संसार के समस्त जीवों को चलाते हैं और दूसरी ओर बरसाने में राधा आदि गोपियों के द्वारा ये दान मांगते हैं। एक और दुनिया उसकी मुट्ठी में और दूसरी ओर गोपियों से दान मांगते हैं। एक और भक्तों को भक्ति में जितना सुख देते हैं, जितना हंसाते हैं, दूसरी ओर अपने विरह में ये उतना ही रुलाते हैं। अब आइए कन्हैया को देखो, तम अद्भुतम। एक और कथा कीर्तन में कितना आनंद आनंद करा देते हैं और दूसरी ओर अपने विरह में अपने भक्तों को कितना रुला देते हैं। यह है इसकी अद्भुतता। इसलिए सुखदेव गोस्वामी को कहना पड़ा कि तम अद्भुतम। अच्छा, जब भगवान कृष्ण प्रकट हुए तो स्वरूप कैसा था? सुखदेव गोस्वामी वसुदेव जी ने जो देखा, आंखों देखा हाल बताते हैं। एक तो ये अद्भुत थे। अद्भुत कैसे थे? बालक, बाल स्वरूप में थे, बालक रूप में थे। कौशल्या के सामने सीधे विभु स्वरूप में आए, लेकिन यहां बालक स्वरूप में, बाद में बड़े बनेंगे, फिर छोटे हो जाएंगे। सुतम अद्भुतम बालकम। लेकिन साधारण बालक नहीं था, चतुर्भुजम, 4 भुजा वाला बालक था। छोटा सा बालक था, उसकी 4-4 भुजा थी, कमल के समान उनके सुंदर नेत्र थे, और चारों भुजाओं में छोटा छोटा शंख, चक्र, गदा और कमल पकड़ा था। चतुर्भुजम शंख गदादुदायुधम श्रीवत्स लक्ष्मम, उनके वक्षस्थल पर लक्ष्मी जी का चिन्ह था। गलशोभि कौस्तुभम, उनके गले में कौस्तुभ मणि था। और पीताम्बरम, जन्म से ही भगवान ने पीताम्बर धारण करके रखा था, और शरीर का रंग सांद्र पयोद सौभगम, जलधर बादल के समान श्याम वर्ण का शरीर था। और क्या था? ये जन्म तुरंत अभी अभी जन्म लिए हुए बालक की स्थिति है। महारह वैदुर्य किरीट कुंडलम, बहुत कीमती कीमती हीरे मोती लगा हुआ किरीट माने मुकुट धारण किया था, और कानों में कुंडल था, और त्विषा परिशक्त सहस्त्र कुंतलम, और उनके मस्तक पर बहुत सारे बाल थे। उद्दाम कांचन कंकणादि भी, उनके कमर पर करधनी है, और सुंदर पांव में नूपुर पहनी है, और विरोचमानम वसुदेव एकशता, और इस प्रकार से सुशोभित भगवान को वसुदेव जी ने देखा। जब इस छोटे से बालक को वसुदेव ने देखा, तब थोड़ी देर में देव की माता जग गई, उन्होंने देखा, और सुंदर बालक को देखकर दोनों प्रसन्न हुए। लेकिन अब कंस का भय होने लगा कि कंस अन्य 6 बालकों की तरह इसे भी मार देगा। दोनों के हृदय में एक और सुख है, एक और दुख है। तब भगवान ने कहा कि हे माता जी, पिताजी, आप रो मत, आप भय मत करो, मैं कोई साधारण नहीं हूं। तब भगवान, आप देख रहे हो ना बैकड्रॉप में, भगवान विभू रूप का दर्शन कराए, देवकी और वसुदेव के पूर्व जन्म की याद कराए कि आप पूर्व जन्म में प्रीष्णी और सूतपा थे, अदिति और कश्यप थे। पूर्व जन्म में आपने बड़ा तप किया था, और मैंने आपको वरदान दिया कि आपका पुत्र बनकर आऊंगा। सो मैं स्वयं भगवान हूं, पुत्र बनकर आया। और फिर भी यदि आपको कंस का भय सता रहा है, तो आप एक काम करो, मुझे नंद बाबा के वहां छोड़ दो, रात को किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा, मुझे नंद बाबा के घर पर छोड़ दो। मानो नंद बाबा ही क्यों, बोले उनके घर पर 9 लाख गाय हैं, खूब दूध दही माखन खाऊंगा, बलवान बनूंगा, और बड़ा होकर कंस को मारकर आपको कारागार से मुक्त करा दूंगा। वसुदेव जी को यह बात बहुत अच्छी लगी, और रातों रात वसुदेव जी कृष्ण को लेकर मथुरा से गोकुल जाते हैं। और किस प्रकार से वसुदेव जी मथुरा से गोकुल जाते हैं, और गोकुल में यशोदा मैया ने एक कन्या को जन्म दिया है, उस कन्या को लेकर मथुरा वापस आते हैं। और फिर दूसरे दिन सुबह नंद यशोदा जगते हैं और देखे कि सुंदर लाला का जन्म हुआ, तो फिर नंद उत्सव मनाया जाता है। तो आज जन्माष्टमी, कंस के कारागार में कृष्ण का जन्म हुआ, कल हम लोग नंद उत्सव मनाएंगे। नंद घेर आनंद भयो, ये कल होगा। तो समय हो चुका है, यहीं पर विराम करता हूँ। आप सभी भक्तों को भूरी भूरी धन्यवाद। आप सभी भक्तों ने बड़े धैर्य से इस कथा का श्रवण किया। इस जन्माष्टमी के अवसर में आप सभी भक्तों ने ये कथा सुनी। विशेष धन्यवाद उन वाला परिवार को, जैसे अमित नारायण प्रभु कह रहे थे कि यह कथा हमारे सनातन धर्मी भक्त सुने, ये तो है ही, लेकिन ये उन वाला परिवार, इवन मैं अमित नारायण प्रभु एक बार मुझे दिखा रहे थे कि भारत में एक मुसलमान परिवार से एक भक्त है जो कृष्ण कथा सुनते हैं, कथा भी सुनते हैं और हर महीने गौशाला में गौ सेवा भी करते हैं, है ना। तो यहाँ ये भागवत सबके लिए है और धीरे धीरे सभी परिवार इससे जुड़ रहे हैं और कृष्ण से प्रेम कर रहे हैं। सो हमारे फरीदा उनवाला, दारा उनवाला, जिमी, अनार्ज, राघव और विशेष रूप से हमारी फरीदा माता जी जो रेगुलर कथा सुनती हैं और ये सब आयोजन किए हैं। सो थैंक यू, धन्यवाद। आज के दिन का आपने ये आयोजन किया। आप सभी लोग बने रहिए। हम कल नंद उत्सव मनाएंगे और आनंद करेंगे। हरे कृष्ण। जय जयकार के साथ आज के सत्र का विराम करें। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की